Aloha. I think we're in tune. Hope we're in tune. So, along with that, do all the fingers and get used to playing the outsides and then the insides. And then maybe just the two. Here comes the pinky. I don't often use this one, but it's good to know the different spacings. Then try the outside notes, or the G string and the E string together. And then, of course, the outsides again. And then switch that, so you're doing the A and the C string. Then, of course, the E and the A. This will help too with doing like the notes that are right next to each other, have the 1, the 5, the 1, the 3, stuff like that. So, in correlation between doing the I'll never really use the pinky, but it's good muscle memory. At this point, you're getting great at your finger exercises. I'd say stay away from the first fret then and move up, just to give the fingers a little bit more movement. And then incorporate your actual Ionian major scale into some of these, any of these, all of these. So if you're doing, you don't have to do the bottom G unless you got your lower G string and you want to start the scale lower. But let's say we started at C sharp, so or C. Now C as the open. Let's go to C sharp. So C sharp, D sharp, B sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, C sharp. D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. Same difference. We're just looking for the pattern, and what we're doing is I'm doing it with my first finger on my right hand to get that nice and strong and know how far I have to go up here and what the notes sound like and how hard I have to push, yada yada, you know. Then go back to C sharp, do it again with your second finger. I would say start at maybe like, what is that, 80? Start at 80 beats per minute. And once you get through your first finger, your second finger, and your third finger, don't worry about your pinky doing these, but it'll strengthen all of them if you do. Then do phrasings of 1 note, and then 2 note, and then 3 note, and then 4 note. Let me explain. Just because it's easier. D, E, F sharp. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Notice on my right hand I've got my thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer, thumb, pointer, pointer. Then pointer, pointer, middle, pointer, pointer, middle, pointer, pointer, middle, pointer, pointer, middle, middle, third, middle, third, middle, third. Then first, middle, third, first, middle, third. And here's something that no other teacher will teach you, but I love it because it actually ends up putting a little flamenco style in it. Use the same finger for multiple picks on here. So if you've got D, 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 E, F, maybe D, E, D, E, F, D, E, F. If you're on the same string, like these three, what is it, D, E, F sharp, G, A, F sharp, G, A, you can do all different 3 fingers. And if you do, it'll get you faster doing these like triplets basically over the top of it really quick. It becomes one fluid motion. Anyway, back to that. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. However you want to do it, you can go up to the top and back down. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So on and so forth until you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? Over and over and over. What's fun is after you get these down with your ones, your 1 and 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then even your 6s, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it will help express 1, 1, 3, 2, 4, 3, 5, 4, 1, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7, 1, 7. At the point of going through all this, you would be able to see where I'm going with this. At this point, you've got the finger dexterity moving around here from both these fingers to feel 1, 5, can go to this finger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 1, 5. Can go to your middle finger. So if you're playing all these using your pointer finger, after doing these for like 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes, your first finger will become very tired and it'll dawn on you, oh, I'm not using my middle finger. I should be on that string. If you use that, omit the first finger completely, you'll notice how strained your middle one becomes, but it becomes more dominant. So the proof in this is the pudding, I guess. When it comes down to these movements of having, let's say, C, a 1 major 7, I'm not using the right fingers just to show. So C, C major 7, C dom 7, F major, F minor, C major, or just something like I was working with one of my students wrote this today. C, C major, C dom 7, the 4, F, then to the 6, A, and then here's this A minor, goes up where you're working on, and then to an F minor, B diminished to C. The whole thing would have like a, let's see, if we're doing out, in, over, down. So the idea is use the different types of patterns we've been going over, plus the sheet that we had that was like the 1, 4, 1, 4, 3, 1. Those are great to go over. Just remember to alternate those. All right, and as far as like getting off of the rolls and what we're doing today, just experience your sevenths. Experience how it feels weird to play that and what feels comfortable for you. I don't want to give you any bad habits, but I find, I mean, after the lesson, I tend to play my C majors like this and then have my finger ready for the major 7. The lazier way is to play a C this way and then just move your finger down to 7. But I feel that just knowing that that's where I am gives me a lot of leeway to have half-step movements in there. And as you can tell, if you're thinking modally, that really opens up the door for you. So keep going with the sevenths. Find your C major 7, your bar chord C major 7, and then being able to play that in second position with keeping that finger somewhat available. See our G major, G7. If you've been playing your Ds with the 3 fingers, just remember maybe setting yourself up for success. So instead of playing with a flat and then moving, which it's a movement, it actually is quicker to have 3 fingers on and just remove one. However, you're limiting yourself without having, I mean, if I play my D with my first finger, I now have not only range, but I'm also capable of playing multiple different things. I could put a sus in there. I could augment something so it sounds crazy with one of these different modes that we use, like a super augmented or a super low cream over a diminished, which would be great. Anyway, sorry to diverge. If we're going to be doing all of our scales and seeing these, the idea is once you do in combination with our right hand rolls, you could use that open G in a certain one, and you could use open. You could close your finger pattern by playing the same G with a bar. So you could do. And hear all the different movements with your sus in there. Add back in your G and do it again. And then you will stumble upon knowing that will be my half away from there. So that was a C to C, G to G, D to D, or the 3 finger spread to D. F is the weird one that we were talking about. So F major, you're gonna have your C sharp on there, and then you're gonna want to be able to put down That right there. So you're gonna have this pattern and that. Beautiful chord, hard as hell to play. As I said, you can take that same thing and do up top here to get your diminished. Whereas that, so the idea behind why we did the bar chord there was to show that even if we put the bar chord down and tried to do that, we would still have to play this note, this note, this note, this note, this note, and then that note to get our major sevenths. And that's kind of hard. I like the dissonance too. I'm just not incorporating the D because the F sharp is actually, the F is actually taking over for the D. So go through all of those, find all of your majors, find your dominants. And as we said with the F, you could dead mute the A. Don't let it play, it'll be fine. Your E as well, when you have your E and you drop down from E to E, you're gonna have these notes. You could do different ones that make it sound a little bit interesting, but playing it up top is easier too, but it sounds a little hollow unless you're just playing the up top notes. It would really sound hollow with a lower G on for where the high G should be. All right, I know this lesson is getting a little bit long here, so I'm just gonna nip in the butt. Find your majors, find your dominant. Find your majors, find your diminished, then find your dominants. When you go through those, create a little tune which has maybe 3 majors and make one of them a dominant, and then one of them a major, and just hear the difference between them. It's good seeing you. Can't wait till next week. Aloha.